Now back to the flood crisis in New South Wales. Sarah Richards is a Hawkesbury councillor and the Liberal candidate for the federal seat of Macquarie in the upcoming election. She joins me from North Richmond on the Hawkesbury River in Sydney's northwest. Thanks for talking to us again, Sarah. The latest forecasts tell us that this flood will now be higher than the flood that caused so much damage in your area last year.
Yes, that's correct, Chris. And we are almost in a state of disbelief here in the Hawkesbury that it is the case. And I'm standing right now at the North Richmond Bridge, and you can see the white flood level behind me. And since I've been here for about the last hour, I've actually had to move 3 times because the river just keeps rising.
Well, this is just going to be terrible. There will be people who have only just finished getting their properties or houses back in order from the floods at the start of last year. They now know they're going to be inundated again. Apart from the physical and economic problems in all that, the psychological burden must be extreme.
You are spot on, Chris. And throughout the last 7 days now, because we are in day 7 since this weather event took place and since we've been flooding, the amount of trauma that the Hawkesbury community has suffered can't even be put into words. I've had people have complete breakdowns in front of me, Chris, and it's completely heartbreaking because just when you think you've got over one natural disaster and you've cleaned up and it's taken you a long time to recover, here we are again, and the task ahead is so unbelievably massive, and people are just completely traumatised by the cleanup that they're going to have to partake in.
Well, look, nothing can stop what's going on now, and there's nothing to do but to muck in and get through it. And there's nothing that can prevent these natural disasters altogether, but we can mitigate them. And surely it's time just to stop all this mucking around when it comes to the Warragamba Dam. The plan is there to increase its height by 14 metres and try and reduce the threat of flooding. Surely federal, state governments just need to get together and make this happen. I know it's mainly a state government thing, but there can't be any more dilly-dallying, can there?
Chris, you are spot on, and I've had those conversations with the relevant ministers and, of course, our Hawkesbury Mayor, Patrick Connolly, who supports the raising of the dam wall strongly, as we all do, as we're all on the record supporting. And you are right, it is now our job as advocates, as elected representatives, to push that case and say that there's just no excuses and no turning back. Our community deserves that protection.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us, Sarah. I appreciate it. Look, I've got to tell you, after what they went through last year in that same area, I went and holidayed there for a week in January, and it was amazing to see how wonderful it was. And it was, you know, it's good to kick in and spend your money in an area that's been hit. Now, just a month or so later, they're hit again. It's just terrible.